In the bustling metropolis of New York City, amidst the gleaming skyscrapers and bustling streets, there lived a man named John who believed that money held the key to happiness and success. From a young age, John had been taught that wealth equated to power and prestige, and he dedicated his life to accumulating as much money as possible. Through hard work and determination, John climbed the corporate ladder, amassing a fortune that afforded him a luxurious lifestyle filled with extravagant possessions and opulent experiences. Yet despite his material wealth, John found himself feeling empty and unfulfilled, longing for something more meaningful to fill the void within his heart. One day, while attending a lavish gala at a prestigious hotel, John encountered an old friend from his childhood named Sarah, who had chosen a different path in life. Unlike John, Sarah had dedicated her life to serving others, volunteering at local charities and devoting her time to causes she believed in. Intrigued by Sarah's selflessness and sense of purpose, John struck up a conversation with her, curious to understand the source of her happiness and fulfillment. As they spoke, Sarah shared stories of the people she had helped and the lives she had touched through her charitable work, her eyes shining with a sense of purpose and joy that John had never seen before. Inspired by Sarah's example, John began to question his own values and priorities, realizing that true wealth was not measured in dollars and cents, but in the impact one had on the lives of others. Determined to find meaning and fulfillment beyond the confines of his wealth, John embarked on a journey of self-discovery and introspection, seeking out opportunities to make a positive difference in the world. Along the way, John encountered individuals from all walks of life, each facing their own struggles and challenges, yet united by a common desire for connection and purpose. Moved by the stories of those he met, John dedicated himself to helping others, using his wealth and resources to support causes that aligned with his newfound values of compassion and empathy. As John immersed himself in philanthropy and service, he found a sense of fulfillment and joy that far surpassed anything money could buy, realizing that true wealth lay not in what he owned, but in what he gave. Over time, John's transformation inspired others in his social circle to reassess their own priorities and values, sparking a movement toward greater compassion and generosity within the community. Together, John and his newfound allies worked tirelessly to address pressing social issues and create lasting change in the world, their collective efforts making a tangible impact on the lives of countless individuals. As John reflected on his journey, he realized that the true power of money lay not in its ability to buy happiness, but in its potential to effect positive change and uplift those in need. With a renewed sense of purpose and gratitude, John continued to devote himself to philanthropy and service, knowing that his wealth could be a force for good in the world if used wisely and compassionately. Yet, even as John found fulfillment in his newfound calling, he remained mindful of the dangers of excess and materialism, recognizing that true wealth was not found in possessions, but in the richness of human connection and the bonds of community. And so, John dedicated himself to living a life of purpose and meaning, using his wealth and influence to create a brighter, more compassionate world for generations to come. As the years passed, John's legacy grew, his name becoming synonymous with generosity, compassion, and positive change. And though he had once believed that money held the key to happiness, John came to understand that true wealth could only be found in the depths of the human heart, where compassion, kindness, and love reside. And in that realization, John found the true power of money, not in what it could buy, but in what it could inspire and create. The end, but the beginning of a new chapter in John's journey, as he continued to use his wealth for the betterment of humanity, leaving a legacy of compassion and generosity that would endure for generations to come. For in the end, John learned that the greatest riches were not measured in dollars and cents, but in the lives touched and the hearts transformed by acts of kindness and compassion. And as he looked out at the world he had helped to shape, John knew that he had found true wealth, the kind that could never be bought or sold, but only given freely from one heart to another. And so, With a heart full of gratitude and a spirit of generosity, John continued on his journey, knowing that the true power of money lay not in its accumulation, but in its ability to change lives and make the world a better place for all. And in that spirit of generosity and compassion, John's legacy lived on, inspiring others to use their wealth not for personal gain, but for the greater good of humanity.